Sup, you chuckle fucks, it's your boy, Dark Raiku here with What If Raiku and Singular Were in DxD High School, Part 6. 5? Or whatever, I think it's 5. I'm here with the guy who always one more time.
What?
I'm here with Dante.
Man, you better come at me right, bro.
Okay, the guy who fell asleep yesterday.
I'm about to jump to this motherfucking screen and...
Bring it.
Whatever. Anyways. So, yeah, you know who I am. That's all I'm saying.
Mojito.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, you said you already know who I am, so I was gonna call you Mojito and just say, okay, Mojito. Other than that, let's just start into this what if.
Yeah.
So we begin.
Right.
Where do we begin?
Didn't we plan this earlier? Hold on.
Yes, the familiar for Ori, since we forgot about it.
Yeah, and Ozzy is with me today.
That's where I kind of like look at the blonde hair girl, like, hey, it's you that I teleported that one time. Good memories.
I don't say it was an inconvenience because, like, I just really feel like that make me sound really fucked up. But anyways,
I was like, hey, it's the blonde hair girl that I teleported that one time, so I don't need to be bothered. How you doing? Doing absolutely good, got it. Well, other than that, what are we doing here today, Rias?
well, she states that, you know, we're getting familiars today or whatnot. I was like, bro, I can really make my familiar through technology, but I'm not do that.
That's where I say. Okay. I mean, I can still summon the celestial beings, but for right now, I'm just going to act like I can't do something like that.
Yeah. I was like, alright, let's go.
That's right.
As we go ahead and teleport.
But Issei says, but wait, I already have a familiar. Why am I going?
Who knows, you can get a second one.
I mean, there's nothing better than Maharaga.
I can think of a few.
Hmm.
With way quicker adaptations. But other than that, come on.
Whatever. This is where Irina is attached to Issei, saying, yeah, let's go. She is still...
So, we finally get to the familiar forest. I was like, alright, so, Azia, let's go find your familiar.
Azia say, okay.
So as we go ahead and like walk around, I ask her, so, how you like your little sister now? Or big sis, I guess.
Azia says, it's okay. I like her.
Okay. How's your mom? Well, your new mom, I guess.
This is where she says, it's okay. Everything's okay.
I mean, I didn't know from you, right? They ain't doing nothing to you, right?
No.
Alright. I say rubbing her head.
She's over here kind of just laughing or whatever. Yeah. Right now.
Go ahead.
Right now, I guess we go into my POV. I am looking for something interesting. Just straight up something interesting. This is where I hear in the background saying, D-Drag! I'm like, the fuck is that noise? I think I should go towards where Issei's at, just to see what's happening over there. We go into Issei's POV. Issei was literally walking with Irina. Irina trying to F him every second. Even though
that was very graphic.
What do you mean? She's just trying to get on the shiesty apprentice.
Yeah, I don't think we need to finish that. Yeah, so she's at this man like freaking white on rice.
Yeah. Until you hear something in the background, like someone screaming D-Drake's name. Issei questioned out D-Drake from his sacred gear, saying, "What is that noise?" D-Drake kind of saying, partner. This is where he says, yeah. I think you should start running. Why is that? This is where they see mostly both Irina and Issei sees a giant western blue crystal dragon rushing straight towards him. This is where Issei said, what the hell is that? This is where the blue crystal dragon smashes down the ground and right now roars. This is where Issei said, D-Drake? D-Drake says, "Hey, Tiamat," inside the freaking sacred gear. This is where the Tiamat says, Don't you dare say my name, D-Drake. So I see this as your new partner. It'd be a shame if I killed him again." Issei, hearing this, kind of gets on guard and says, "What the? I don't know who the fuck you are, crazy bitch, but all I know right now is with this treasure I summon."
I was like, bruh, there is no need. I mean, I'm here, but I mean, okay. Matter of fact, do it.
This is where, we'll see. Tiamat looks at mostly Issei confusedly and says, "What the fuck are you mumbling?" This is where, mostly, what's it called? If you already know what's happening with this treasure, I summon none other than Maharaga. Maharaga kind of comes out. Of course, doesn't hit mostly Issei because he has control of it. Because I did mention that.
It would be crazy if this man, that Maharaga just backhanded Issei just because it felt like it.
No, you wouldn't know. But yeah, mostly Issei has control over Maharaga. But this is where, mostly Maharaga kind of starts walking in front right now, cracking the ground. Tiamat says, "What the hell is that?" Issei says, "This is, my familiar, or summoning, or I actually don't know how to actually call this.
Shikigami.
Shikigami. Wait, what?"
Yep.
This is where, mostly Issei kind of said, "Other than that, bring it, bitch." Yeah, Tiamat decides to use her kind of like fire, mostly her kind of like time-space blue flames to try to attack Maharaga. Maharaga over here adapting to it. This is where, mostly she says, "What the hell is..." This is where, Maharaga grabs, mostly Tiamat from her draconic face and just smashes to the ground and stomp on her face. Issei over here getting ready to put on his shiesty and boost.
I didn't tell you, say it's only in the process of adaptation. It's not fully adapted yet, so she can still give you a fight. But don't worry. I don't remember that if she attacks him with the fire more, the quicker Maharaga is gonna adapt.
Well,
I'm interested.
That's the problem with his boosted gear. He's actually able to increase the adaptation to kind of be able to adapt to stuff much quicker.
I see.
So he started just boosting until mostly Mahoraga will be able to just adapt to it in such a quick speed.
Yeah, so, how many boosts can he handle right now?
He can go up to like 20 right now. With his Shiesty, he can go up to 40.
I didn't know it increased power. I thought it was just a cool aesthetic to use magic there.
Well, since mostly Issei in the original canon couldn't really use magic, it was just straight up just increasing his physical body. But in this one, he can use somewhat magic. It's the shadows.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course? This is where he summons out Icarus, and Icarus started also, well, beating the shit out of Tiamat. Yeah, it was pretty much Mahoraga in the left, Icarus in the right, and Issei in the middle. Right now, kind of like straight up beating the shit out of mostly Tiamat. Irina, on the other hand, is right now drooling.
I'm surprised Toto ain't here to go ahead and do the 2-man, but I mean,
Well, the problem is Toto is it's with the big booty Latina, just like yesterday.
Yeah, probably getting drunk off the Campamigo, and you know what they say about Campamigo. Campamigo make a frico.
Yeah, pretty much. Irina is still just kind of drooling. Yeah. Other than that, we go back into Issei's POV. Issei completely mopped the floor with mostly Tiamat. Tiamat kind of goes into her mostly human/draconic form. So it's a hybrid form. Or mostly humanoid form. And this is where Tiamat right now is kind of breathing really hard and saying, "You annoying little brat, thinking that you're better than me?" This is where, well...
Who said any of that?
Wait, Issei or... Wait, is it you?
I was telling Tiamat. I was telling Tiamat this, like, who said any of that?
This is where, well, we'll see Tiamat saying, "Who the hell are you?"
Okay. I'm just a being of my own caliber. I mean, he's right next to me, but at the same time, just my own personal being. That's all.
Wait, yeah. This is where Tiamat says, "Such an annoying human." She points at you and me. I was like, first of all, I ain't human. And I know damn well Dante over there isn't human.
Yeah, I'm a being of quantum probability and an abstract existence and an imaginative existence and I'm just a lot of things.
Yeah, we are not going into all that. Other than that, I'm ready 2 seconds from jumping into this battle and kicking your ass for calling me a human. Tiamat says, "Bring it, Dan." I'm like, you really should shut up half the time. This is where, well, she said, "Oh, really? What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Do this." This is where I summon out my draconic wings. I'm saying, I'm about to kick your ass so hard that you're going to have to shut the fuck up for the rest of your life. 2 seconds later, she is shutting the hell up.
I was like, and then say, so Ozzy, have you met I see her with her familiar.
This is where Ozzy says, "I found my familiar."
Nice.
Isn't it cute? She kind of points at the spike dragon.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
The spike dragon tries to shock mostly Dante, because mostly since the dragon's territorial, it also is kind of doesn't like other males. It doesn't work.
Don't like other males. There's Issei right there. He's the bitch, not me. Anyways.
Wait, this is where mostly Issei hears and says, "The fuck you mean?" This is where, well, the spike dragon noticed
Like,
Issei.
who's talking to like that?
Well,
I was looking at Issei like, who you talking to like that?
no
I'm
shit.
big bro, not you. He say, "You right? I'm sorry, big bro. I'm sorry, big bro."
The hell?
He's like, that's what I thought. Anyways, now I'm gonna go look for my familiar for real.
This is where I kind of have Tiamat, and I was like, "So you're gonna become my familiar?" Since I kick your ass, 2 seconds. Yeah. Also, this is how Tiamat looks like. Well, in her human form.
They didn't say she looked like that.
No, but I just found a picture because entirely there's no actual picture and how she looks like, but I'm just gonna say she looks like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where Issei says, "Wait, what about you? Want never mind. I don't really care about my familiar." This is where, well, mostly the spike dragon decided to try to shock Issei, but this is where Maharaga appeared right in front of Issei before getting shocked. This is where Maharaga was 2 seconds before smacking the little dragon straight to hell. Which Azia and the little dragon kind of got away from the giant being. So yeah, we're gonna go into Tante's POV.
See, I was just looking around, just trying to look for my familiar. I was like, shoot, where are these familiars? I ain't trying to be out here, there. I didn't look up at something. I was like, I thought y'all went extinct. Okay. I walk up to them, and then we go to Raikou POV.
This is where I'm just like saying, "Okay, Tiamat, what are your special abilities other than sending blue flames that can freeze, burn, and I guess reverse someone's age?"
I don't know her abilities, dog. I'm not going front with you.
Yeah, you can just like make up random other abilities. I don't care.
I mean, fire breath. Does that sound cool?
I mean, entirely, it's kind of just basic draconic ability. I mean, whatever.
Shoot lightning, ice, freaking. I don't know.
Well, that's where I kind of say, it looks like you just have basic ass. How did you become a dragon king with such basic elements?
Absolute control over them.
That's basically any other dragon.
It's like, well, it's not my fault. Plus, I just managed to do it with the abilities I have.
You're telling me you have absolute control of those elements?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I send this like little lightning bolt straight to you and you manage to catch it, then I'll actually say you have absolute control. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
This is where, well, the lightning bolt was actually made out of this pure white energy. It was called white lightning. It's very unstable for anyone to control. Not even too many dragons can even handle it. I shoot it. Tiamat tries to catch it, and it literally just hits her right in the face.
I mean, what you expect, bruh? It's literally something beyond her comprehension.
Yeah, I was just gonna troll the shit of her.
Yeah, you was bogus as hell for that. And I go,
This is where I says, hey, I thought you said you were gonna catch it.
I guess you are stronger than me.
So, absolute control my ass. Got it.
What do you mean? I told you I did.
No, you caught it with your
I guess
forehead,
it
but you
just,
know.
I guess it just comes from. If it comes from you, I guess I can't.
Well, then again, I did kind of shoot you with literally a white lightning unstable bolt of energy. Yeah, making it unable to be caught.
That's why.
This is where I start just laughing.
He says, "Stop laughing."
Huh?
She stops it. Then she hears freaking rumbling.
This is where I said, what the hell was that? Well, I look up mostly.
You know, they just keep hearing all this walk. Bruce is like, what's all that noise?
This is where I look up and saying, what the hell is that?
Yo, what's going on down there? I swear, y'all look like little people. I swear, just straight up. I say coming through, as I literally have mechs.
Okay, why you got Mecha Godzilla there?
I was like, I got a Megazord. I got 4 Jaegers and mother freaking Mecha Godzilla.
Also, wait, can I ask you one thing? Don't they all have to be piloted? Like, mostly.
Well, now that because I control science and math and technology by byproduct, I literally am piloting it myself with my highly intellectual compassing brain. Literally, I'm powering my whole city while doing this. Adding something else is just simple as breathing. Like, bro.
Also, this is a familiar force. They're supposed to be alive, not statues. But you know what? Like, just.
Oh yeah, some of them were a lot of them were dying, so I just needed to give them an upgrade. But don't worry, I'm gonna get better repairs for them.
This is where I kind of just say, who the hell just left a bunch of like robot machines in the familiar family?
They were actually really real familiars until I gave them upgrades.
Uh-huh. Got it.
There's a lot you can do with technology, especially reforged creatures.
I mean, that is true. Okay. So,
Yep.
now that you have a familiar army, what are you gonna do?
Put my way like this motherfucking 10 shadows. I say as I put my hands together and literally have them sink into the ground, literally being surrounded by binary coding. As you know, they start to shrink and go away, as if their names was motherfucking upgrade. Speaking of upgrade, I was like, also I got a little guy with me. I say as I walk towards them.
I see.
Well, I mean, he's on my shoulder. I'm like, little bitty. Hey, come on. Yo, where you at? Come on. I haven't gave him a name. Like, come on. I'll give you some machinery. Okay, where you at, little? Get out here. Okay.
Damn, bro. Damn, Dante, calm down. Just because he doesn't want to come over here doesn't mean you gotta fucking shout at him.
Okay, my fault. I'm just trying to figure out where he's at right now. He's asleep. Um,
So what exactly does he look
okay.
like?
Well, he's green. He has lime. Um, he looks like he's made out of like some green techno, whatnot.
Does he look like some kind of liquid sludge?
Yes.
I
But
think I see
how do you
him.
know how? Huh?
Yeah, I think I see him. Or
Where
mostly
you
not
at?
see him, but sense him being right next to Akano and Rias.
Huh?
This is where I kind of just grab onto Dante's shoulder and just teleport, leaving TM out with the machinery. This is where me and Dante appear right next to Rias and Akano. Rias is trying to use her destruction magic to somehow get rid of the liquid that's on top of mostly Akano and her kind of like clothing. Well,
I was
inside
like,
of it.
hey. I was like, hey, yo, where in? Hey, where my pet at? I say literally. Oh, I know that. Oh, hey, yo, what should I call him? Dang. I
Dave.
was like, dang. What should I like? I don't know.
Call him Techno.
Uh, Man, I swear I need a ship. And then it just responded to that word. I was like, yo, chip? Like, ship. And then it just started to like wag its tail a bit. I was like, ship. Okay, I guess I'll call you that. Okay, ship, come on.
This
And
what
as it just crawls towards me. And then just goes in my arms. I was like, alright, little dude, how you doing? It just like, has his eye glow a bit to let him know like I hear you. Alright? And I was like, Reese, why'd you try to kill Ship?
cause she was this is where what mostly Ryo says, cause that thing was on Akano mostly inside her clothing. This is where Akano says, I didn't really mind if it was kind of on me.
I was like, you cheating that bitch. Okay, never mind. I was like, trying to steal my girl or something, bro? As they walking over, I was like, alright, I guess you hold on to Ship for a bit. Here you go.
This is where Akano says, oh my, so cute.
I was like, oh, like, hey, what the frick you trying to do, little Nick? I swear, just because you're my familiar don't mean I won't rock your shit.
This is where, well, I'm trying so hard not to die. I'm just right next to Rias.
Anyways, so I got my familiar. I got it. Okay, Raikou, did you get a familiar, or do you just not need one?
I mean, I just decided to make Tiamat my familiar.
I get it.
And then again, I can still summon the celestial beings from the other world, but they might need to be in the dimensional gap if they need to be summoned. Which I can't really summon all the celestial beings unless they want to destroy this world 20 more billion times. Yeah, never mind.
So, do you just like?
Huh?
So, do you not need a familiar, or do you?
No, I already have Tiamat.
Gotcha.
Now, if you don't mind me, I'm becoming a penguin.
A penguin.
To eat this popcorn.
Okay.
This
Somebody want to get that little penguin?
Rias kind of just picks me up and says, sure. This is where Rias
I was
also
like,
has this evil glint in her face, or mostly her eyes.
you gonna regret that shit, dog.
I'm like, no, I'm fine. What's she gonna do to me anyway?
I don't know, but them eyes. I was like, you know what, matter of fact, I'll be in the same boat as you. I didn't like transmute my body into a panda. And then wrap myself in a blanket with a nookie or a thumb or pinky. I don't know what it's called.
This is where Akano sees this and picks it up. This is where Akano also has an evil glint in her eyes.
Like, what the fuck you trying to do?
This is where Akano says, "Oh my, what a panda, delicious panda."
What you mean delicious? Hey yo, hey, this ain't Panda Express, bitch. This ain't no Chinese restaurant around here. I hate.
This is where, Rio says, "I mean, this is a delicious penguin I have on my hand, near my breast." This is where I was like, "Wait a minute. I think I'm having the second thoughts of regretting this transformation."
Like, dang, bro, that's you. I'm good.
This is where, Akano says, this delicious panda.
What you trying to do? I didn't see her. I was like, wait, hold on. I just realized, wait, hold on. Akino's just as bigger than Rias. Oh, shit. Hey, yo, bro, I'm about to suffocate. Yo, hey, yo. Oh, no, I'm about to die.
This is where I says, well, Dante's gonna suffocate peacefully, going straight to heaven after this.
Hold on, wait, don't we just, like, we don't die. Hold on. If I die, I don't die. I'm stuck in a state between quantum probability when I die and somehow come back to life. Respawning, literally.
Minecraft out here.
Nah, it ain't Minecraft. I just don't die. Because I'm already kind of dead, but not dead. I don't know. Quantum
Yeah.
probability is very weak.
This is where Tiamat actually appears and says, now where is that damn master of mine? This is where she noticed Rias, the penguin, Akano, the panda. What the fuck am I watching?
I was like, help, help.
This is where Akano says, wait, you said something?
Nah.
Akano giggles and says, don't struggle too much, Dante. It feels great when you actually do something like that.
I was just stuck in her chest. I say with my face literally, like, bro, all Tiamat can see is just her chest vibrating because I'm literally stuck between her chest, bro. This ain't fair. Bro, dang, why you gotta...
Bad service.
Anyways.
This is where, well, we'll see Tiamat sweatshops and just decide to ignore Akano and Panda. And this is where she walks over to the penguin and Rias. This is where Tiamat questions if that penguin is her master, or also known as Raikou. You want to speak for Rias?
She's like, yes, it is, but he's my property.
This is where Tiamat says, you are really arrogant, Devil.
Maybe. But he's my property. She says as she like pats his head and shit.
This is where I transform back into a mostly humanoid. I say, okay, listen up, you goddamn bitch. First of all, I'm no one's property. And just remember, I'm the one that saved you from Riser. And remember your fucking place. That's where I grabbed Ria's from mostly her chin.
Yeah, she was like, hmm?
That's where I say, you're mine. I'm not yours. You're the only thing that kind of belongs to me.
Um, 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 okay.
That's where I say, damn,
I
you.
didn't. I was just like, I didn't say in my head, I didn't want to do this, but okay. I then, I didn't like spit out my thumb and then just bite her. Not too hard though, but at the same time, this exhibitionist ass did not dislike it, bro. I was like, eh.
She was like, oh yes, keep biting me more.
This is some bullshit. See, this is our new bullshitting. I didn't like break out run. I was like, all right, that's it. I didn't want to bring this all side of me because I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change to be a better man. Okay, Akano.
Yes.
I lift up her chin forcefully. I was like, look. Now, usually back then, I would usually, like few billion years ago, I used to tell women around me who wanted to be around me willingly that, for one, anything they say is inconsiderate. Anything they say would be stupid if it wasn't my own thoughts. Basically, they're turning like half of them into. Well, I didn't turn them into little personal.
Toys.
Well, yeah, I didn't turn them into personal toys. I mean, I kind of did. But
This is where I look at Dante. I was like, yeah, that's complete bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was fucked up back then. I would say they serve zero purpose outside of me. And I would always tell them that no, any thought that came in their head, just throw it out the way. And if I liked it, keep it. But we're only doing it on my terms. And literally, I was about to say all that to you and way worse, which I definitely did way worse. Like, I used, this one, like, I told one of them this one time that I was gonna go ahead straight up, like, if I want them, they don't get a choice. I take them. But at the same time, I'm not gonna do that to you. But I will let you know that you better not ever feel like you have any power over me whatsoever. Okay? I say, rubbing her head.
This is where, well, she is right now blushing.
I was like, what's with the red face?
She says, oh, nothing.
I was like, you was thinking about all that, weren't?
This is where she says, no.
I didn't peer into her head and learn everything she's saying and what I said I did to those other females.
I did also peer into her mind, and just to see that, I was like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with women?
I was like, I can just be honest. I don't really care. I mean, I could, but at the same time, I want to be a better guy,
I swear, well, mostly she says, okay, fine, I admit it. Yes, I was really thinking of all that.
I forgot you were really into S&M. Or I just remembered that.
This is where I look at Dante. I was like, Dante, what the? Wait, before I go on with Akano's fucking dots, I look at Dante. I was like, hey, what the fuck were you saying to a bunch of women? First of all, I wasn't that fucked up. I was literally more bloodlust and thirsty to kill anything. You over here were just completely a horn dog.
I was like, bro, I was in my youth. So, okay, now.
Bro, I was also my youth, but I wasn't over here trying to fuck every fucking girl that.
You know how women were for me back then, bro. I was in my prime.
Yeah, I was also my prime, but I didn't just decide to fuck everyone. Now, if you don't.
Like, bro, it's like, look. All right, my bad. You know, I was in my prime. You know, doing females wanted your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was literally out here. I was literally out here looking like the mother freaking looking like a prince, bro. I say, look at me. As I say, as I peer out an entire image. Yeah, we see a whole lot of Egyptian fangirls, you know, trying. Yeah. And then you know what I said back then? I was like, we're all trying to run a track. We ain't gonna do all that.
This is where I said, why has this happened? Like, why, Dante? I don't need to fucking see this shit.
And then there was also, oh yeah, I ain't gonna get my. Yeah, I literally had. Bro, I remember that. And then I literally peered to a scene. Get on. Like, it was literally forcing it, like, literally threw a chick on my bed. I was like, I forgot that chick was into that. At least it wasn't violation. I was trying to fill a gap in, like, even though it was only emotionally. Yeah, I was going through a lot. But yeah, I'm better now.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? All I remember doing was killing, destroying, blowing up planets. You, on the other hand, was just.
Same shit. I was doing the same shit. You know I grew up without it. Just trying to find my. I ain't got that. I ain't had that kind of love you did. Then it divulged into a little unchecked horniness. Okay, my bad.
Love? I barely even love anyone. At that time, all I wanted to do was destroy, murder, and find the true meaning of my soul.
Yeah, you had your journey, I had mine.
Which I should question less often now that I think about it.
Yeah, I guess.
This is where I then says, other than that, this is where I then grab Rios and says, you are getting punished.
What you punishing her for?
I hate people when they try to own me. I'm literally the essence of mana. I hate anyone trying to own me.
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I can't mission. That's a woman's job.
Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna punish her just like how you did into most of those women now that I think about it.
But dang, why you? I thought you was just questioning my freaking methods, and now you want to freaking go ahead and be a mimic, bro. I'm saying trends out here.
This is where I say, shut the fuck up, Dante. Maybe you were very fucking horny, I don't know, like thousands of years ago, which I wasn't, but I might have. I don't know, fuck off.
Oh, nah, you did the same shit.
I did not do the exact same thing. This is.
No space to talk, my nigga. Nah.
Shut the fuck up, you mother.
It ain't too late to turn back, cuz.
Bruh. Says the one who literally did all that to millions of women. I need you to shut the fuck up. I'm doing this to only a
Yeah,
couple of
I'm
women.
not gonna lie. I probably had kids I never even knew about. Then I also remember that I was smashing women like that, like, but that was like, bro, I may be Nick Cannon, but on a grand scale, bro, I might have more than a few children that
So
I don't know about.
that's where I look at Dante saying, at least I'm smashing only a couple women, unlike you who smashed the entire universe almost.
Hey, bro, do you remember that one who spread his seed everywhere? So there's like a whole bunch of people with his genetic.
Look at Dante and says, yeah, see, I can see him right in front of me.
That ain't me, bro.
Other than that, I don't care right now. Right now, I'm feeling absolute, well, annoyed from Reyes and a bit of, well, aroused.
Mm,
Not the point.
of course. Anyways,
Shut the fuck up.
anyway, okay. So what should I do? I didn't feel arms wrap around me as I was like, Janine Akino.
You know what I need?
How you want it? I say pulling out the notebook as I start raw.
Mr. Where, well, she kind of starts bouncing up and down and saying, you know how I want it.
The usual, or
The usual and more.
oh, I see. Are you sure you want that treatment? I say, remembering just how, I mean, it was kind of cruel in a way, but at the same time, it worked.
This is where she said, yes.
All right. Isaiah's, I literally created a portal with binary coding. We just walk.
But yeah, yeah, mostly that's what happened with Dante and, yeah, with me, I kind of just summoned Rias, or brought Rias, brought Tiamat, brought also mostly Junko and the other girls. And, yeah, one Smash season later,
Well, I guess my POV.
yeah,
So, after a few days after that whole session, where it was a torture slash, yeah.
mostly in Akano words, it was pleasurous.
Of course it was. I then asked Akino, are you sure? This will not only make you not a devil, but nor a fallen angel, but you'll literally become a being between literally any and every.
This is where,
Even so that should be possible.
well, she then says, well, if I have to be similar to you, I'll do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, cool. And you won't be a part of Reese's garage. Kind of be my queen now, I guess.
This is where, well, mostly Akano says, it's fine.
Of course it is with you. I say as I then put then I just remove the evil piece as well. Akino starts to freaking die. I was like, oh, sorry about that.
This is where, well, she's slowly dying.
I didn't let her get close enough. Then I had the piece.
This is where, well, she started to breathe fine and then feel like she's still dying, but no longer.
She feels like she's dying, but she's not dying, and literally feels alive, but not alive.
Yeah.
I was like, I then lift her head up and said, "I'm sorry," as I, kiss her forehead.
This is where she hugs you and says, "It's okay."
Alright. And, well, looks like you got your first transformation. As I literally see, black kitsune ears and 9 tails behind there. I was like, fox, human hybrid. Cool.
This is where she smiles and says, "Wow, I have 9 tails." Well, this can get really kinky in bed. She smiles.
Like, oh, freak, bro. I didn't realize I just gave her, literally allowing her to become any race she wants.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder what Raiku's doing.
This is where, well, we go into my POV. This is where, well, I'm in the middle of, well, mostly training Merliona. Merliona, what's it called? Esdef and even her friend, last friend being, well, what's it called? Yoriichi. And of course, also, Seraphol came along. We're in the dimension where mana kind of flows a lot more extreme.
Like a mana zone.
Yeah, but much more denser than that. Instead of being a mana zone, it's a mana dimension. Which this mana is literally any element you think of, because there's different areas. This is where I say, well, welcome to the mana dimension. This is where I also noticed Raffle, because she came along with her older sister. I was like, welcome to this dimension. You can now sense that the mana has increased to such density levels. Now, any questions?
Ria's asked, like, what are the benefits? Like, all of them of this place?
This is where I then say, okay, the benefits are, first of all, your mana control won't suck anymore, Rias. Yes, I kind of just insult her again. This is where I then look at the... This is where I then look at the others.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. So then just screw a whole universe. This is where, well, I then kind of say, this dimension allows you to kind of control any of your mana to an extreme point. So let's say that you're trying to control fire. Well, you just go to the fire mana zone. And right now, just sit there and let the mana flow through your body. You can also just send mostly fireball attacks or just any other fire magic inside it. And it might increase to very high levels. I mean, your fire either could increase to huge levels or could condense and actually go into the next level, like blue flames, purple flames, white flames, black flames. You get the point. At this point, you can just like increase it a lot. So yeah, any other questions?
No.
Okay. What am I forgetting?
Please also then ask Raikou, so I can just like, am I able to like spam my abilities like, freely?
Yes, you are able to freely just spam them, which I wouldn't really recommend because entirely you wouldn't be able to, well, you would be able to have a control over it, but at the same time, destruction magic takes time. It doesn't just take mostly spamming the shit of it.
It's like a hollow purple.
Yeah. So I then explained then how mostly destruction magic truly works. It's similar to annihilation magic, but since annihilation magic, which is different kind of, which it's not, but it is, But this is where I explained that mostly it takes time, unlike any other magic. This is where I point that mostly Merliona's, Iorichi's, or even Estef's magic, they either have a structural value to it. Mostly they have it to be stable, unlike destruction magic being so unstable to use. So
Well, Priest asks, is there a way to make it more stable?
there is, you just have to concentrate. You have to focus on the natural mana of, well, mostly natural mana around you to actually stabilize it around your destruction magic. Let's say that your destruction magic looks like a jagged kind of star. It doesn't seem to be a round circle. You can use the natural mana itself to make a dome around your destruction magic and kind of smoothen it out to make a ball. Then after you manage to make the ball, you can start reshaping it and reforming it into your desires. Like say you want to make a sword. I wouldn't really recommend it, but you can make either a floating sword or a sword to hold on to when you're fighting against opponent. Which, not gonna lie, you swordsman, kind of laughable because you kind of suck at melee weapons.
Dude's like, I feel very offended.
But am I wrong though?
I hate it when you're right.
Well, other than that, you can also make spears. You don't need to like hold on to the spears. You can just use them as like floating defense, make shields with it. But other than that, spears, arrows, and stuff you can throw is actually a better use of your destruction magic. Because shields might be good to destroy any magical attack by blocking it at the same time destroying it. But it's not really much of a great recommended when you're the controlling one.
Alright then. Well, I guess we're gonna get to training now.
This is where I question anyone else if they need help with their kind of magic.
Like Kiba, Koniko, she just got go lie.
This is where I kind of just point at Koniko and says, "Hey Koniko, you are going to be training with Issei over there. Entirely, your mostly senju energy or mostly nature energy is kind of similar towards his curse energy. Just an opposite natures."
It's like if Ki needed therapy.
Yeah, pretty much. If like literally nature energy needed fucking therapy.
Yeah, so.
This is where,
she's just scared towards him.
well, she would kind of have a relentless, well, mostly she doesn't really want to because she doesn't like the pervert or ex-pervert. Issa, on the other hand, would kind of question in why she has to, well, why he has to train with her and not his shiesty master.
You answer, Mikey?
I was like, well, your shiesty master is right now training with Toto. Toto's over here, kind of saying, "But I want to be with my big booty Latina." This is where I say, "Shut the fuck up."
I was like, I mean, I'm not there, but
Yeah, I don't even know where you're at, but whatever. This is where I then look at the others and say, anyone else need their, well, mostly need help on mana control? Or just any magic?
yeah, everybody just yeah, everybody just training, but at the same time, you know, they ask right for help. I'm currently at my view. I'm currently like, you know, laying down in bed. Like, you actually put me through the ring.
She put you through the ringer. Damn.
I was like, bro, she literally tried out everything. I was a bit weirded out when she was full on death, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The hell, you're gonna become a hybrid.
She wanted to use those tentacles a little bit more violent.
Yeah, but violent.
Yeah. While Dante was suffocating or suffering for his actions.
I wasn't suffering. I was just chilling outside the bed. As then, Akino just like, cuddles up.
Yeah.
Can you use the restroom real quick?
Sure.
Just,
Wait, in the, well.
No, in real life.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pause it then. Okay. It's already there.
Alright, so I think I was talking to Akino, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so, I guess your Kitsune's your favorite, I guess?
This or she says, yep.
Like, you didn't even, I know you tried every form, but are you sure?
I mean, I did like the squid one.
Yeah, yo, kinky ass was good.
And I think you liked it a lot also.
Nah, I didn't. Try to go up somewhere that should never be explored. Nah.
Okay.
That would really question my masculinity.
This where, well, she says, ara, ara. Are you sure you have to do that?
Don't try to ara me back.
This is where she said, yes, please.
Gotcha. Thought about that. Anyways, so
I guess we go into my POV.
I was gonna tell Akino like, all right, then you'll punish me with learning how to freak you do it in a scientific manner.
That's so gross. This is where, well, she almost falls her down. She like, she completely almost stutter at the point of doing it in such a mathematic way.
Ain't no way they already give memes about ghosts. Nah. Okay, never mind. What the freak, bro? Like, well, okay. It was like, for real, like, okay, it was just, yeah. What the frick is this? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I guess we're going to Raiku's POV.
This is where, well, I am right now. Kind of was sleeping in the middle of a battlefield. Well, in the middle of Raffle kind of trying to fight me. She was like launching fireballs at me, but I was using magic to completely dodge, and yeah. Pretty much, I if you want to know what I kind of look like, I look like Sam's, just literally sleeping, still using magic to dodge.
Yeah, and hey, yo, Raikou, they out here disrespecting your king.
Damn.
But, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, back to the story before.
Yeah, let's just get back to the story.
So yeah, I was just completely dodging mostly Raffles' attacks, just without needing to open my eyes too much. This is where I say this. While Raph was having such a terrible time trying to hit me, I'm like, what's wrong? It's not that hard to hit me. I'm just standing still. You want to do Raffled voice?
Too late. Still hard.
Huh?
She literally says that she's like fireballs at you or whatnot.
That's why I just keep teleporting. This is where I say, you know what? We should probably end this. This is where I open my eyes just to summon multiple caster blasters.
She then like, moves around, still trying to hit this man with any.
This.
And then she also gets a book thrown at her head. She's like, yes. Jim picks it up as she then reads that literally it's a book on how to use fire more creatively.
For dumbasses.
Who? Huh?
This is what I'm up.
She didn't realize that she could actually construct the fire into certain constructs or.
This is where, well, she starts.
Then another one popped up and said, constructing the. But this is ancient kind of fire, so it might take up a lot of magic. She's kind of nervous a bit, but she wants to show Raikou that she's strong. So, I mean, she's in, like, basically reads the instructions on how it works. She didn't understand half the shit that was on there. But she knew what words she needed to say and how to start it up. She then breathes in, out. She then, started to spout incantation with her hand. Then, fire starts to forge. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Dang, where the heck? Okay. Give me a moment here. Nah. Seriously? Okay, hold on. I almost found it. Give me a moment. Don't be impatient. Oh wait, no, it's called this. Yeah. So basically, she then says, "Fuga." Then this bitch started to manipulate fire, and then turn into this.
This is where I say, oh my. It's a fire arrow.
The arrows started to change a bit. Now homeboy knowing that this is not a regular fire arrow.
And I'm still taking this to relax.
She didn't aim it specifically. She didn't aim it specifically at Raikou. She aimed it directly at the skeleton's head. And then she blasted it, but then it exploded and burned all of them away. But then she just fell to the ground. You have used up a lot of mana.
This is where I appear behind her, but I realized that she was kind of done. I was like, oh shit. Oh man, I was gonna just really say, get that dunked on.
But then the dimension started to heal up her mana reserves. Because that's what like you said.
But
No,
yeah.
I think it just starts to heal up her mana reserve. She's like, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot. Surprisingly, you could actually, well, create that. Since you're like a little tiny fried chicken. A weaker version than your older sister.
Seriously?
What?
So much for inspiration.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. I am just too sarcastic half the time with anyone trying to use magic.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, Rias can also tell because mostly she is always completely angry with me. Other than that, it seems you need to control more your mana than actually starting to use any ancient fire spells.
Is there any way to increase my magic reserve?
Oh, yeah, there is. Just by absorbing the mana around here, you can instantly, well, increase it.
Alright. But
Just like this.
what about, like, what about, like, how about outside of here?
Okay, this is where I then explain how mana is gonna work. This is where I say, being in this dimension by absorbing all the mana within your body, or mostly outside the mana from outside within your body, even though you feel like you're going to explode, you're not. You're just going to involve your mostly mana reserves. Then after that, leaving this dimension, you're going to feel like a huge increase from your normal mana reserves. Oh wait, fuck. So I explained this all to Rafa. I was like, so do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Now that your fried chicken brain understands, what are you gonna do? Train physically or, well, mostly absorb the mana?
I genuinely think, I don't know how you to get any from any woman, yet you talk to them like this.
Well, I mean, you're not a woman that interests me, so entirely don't know.
She also asked, like, can you tell me what happens when you, like, run out of magic and why are we exhausted?
You die. You straight up die.
Okay. Is there any ways to, like, restore mana?
I mean, either
Like,
from just absorbing it, but then there is also making storage marks around your body for mana.
storages?
Kinda. But storage markings are basically just every time you absorb mana in a high density place, you can always store around your body like a marking. This is where I show up my palm, and this is where, well, I literally absorb the mana in the air to make a diamond shape kind of marking, similar to that of the Karma seal from like Boruto. But yeah,
I see. But, what is this outdated? It literally says in the book that you can actually restore some mana reserves by eating a lot of food. And when you use up mana, it's like training your body in a way.
I mean, that's not outdated. It's just like, yeah, you can just eat a lot of food to just restore it. I mean, mana is like life energy if you want to think about it. Everyone has it. No matter what you are, you can be a rock and you still have it.
Alright. I wonder, is there a way to like transport your soul into something? Because like when I read this from this book, it says something about like soul vessels basically it reads about like imprinting some of your soul inside of somebody and having them over time turning your DNA, aka karma seal.
This is where I just like look at her and say, that's very advanced, but entirely beings who are higher up in the, well, mostly magic reserve kind of list will be able to do something like that. It's mostly like a last ditch effort if they know their original body is going to be destroyed.
Alright. This is all good to know. I'll look into more of this. But so what's this thing about mana
skin?
oratory? Basically, she's reading about it and literally says like it basically is coating your mana and infusing it with a magic spell, or just the incantation to start up a specific kind of spell, like lightning incantation, to coat yourself in that kind of aura.
That's where I then say, that's entirely, that's a possible thing. You usually just have to use the cantation with that spell that you're going to be using, just to make it much more stronger and powerful. Usually the cantations, you either have to speak really fucking fast to actually say them and properly at the same time, because well, with those cantations I always just thought of, if you say them, you're gonna get hit anyway. Like if someone's a close combat, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, Raffle then tries to explore some of the other advanced stuff, and then she creates like a mini circle around her, but her senses are like in everywhere in that circle. Like it's gotten heightened.
This is where, well,
basically, if you're wondering, it's like N from Hunter x Hunter mixed with like domain, simple domain.
this is where I noticed what she was doing. I noticed that mostly her senses got heightened. And this is where, well, I then said really loud, bruh. So loud that I kind of almost shattered her ears.
Yeah, she then dropped the thing and realized just how much mana it took because it was such an advanced technique.
This is where I grabbed the book while laughing at her.
Hey.
What? I mean, it's freaking hilarious to see you. What's wrong there? Mostly I say, what's wrong, fried chicken?
My name isn't fried chicken.
Alright, you're not Riser, so, what's wrong, small fried chicken?
Nothing. Those techniques are hard as shit.
Entirely, you've been just reading off the mostly ancient spells, and of course, your mana reserves, and this has to be the same level as a god.
Well, I mean, I don't think I could reach your level.
I mean, you could. That's actually a faster way to actually increase your mana.
Mind telling me?
Well, the problem is I don't think you really, or you probably won't even want to do that.
What do you mean?
Well, let's just forget about it. I don't think you want to do that at all.
Alright.
Other than that, chicken, I mean, you can go with the two other simple ways to increase your mana. But before I could actually kind of give her back the book, this is where Rainer says, pretty much what he meant about that is he needs to, well, knock you up into giving you mostly his mana. This is where I turn around to look at Raynor and say, shut the fuck up.
Wait, what? I don't know. That means extreme.
This is where I
know.
push Raynor into a portal and says, just ignore her. Just entirely ignore her. Fucking horny crow.
I mean, he's I'm not opposed to, but are you sure? Like, how did you and Dante get as strong as you are?
I was born like that. Well, mostly me and Dante were born out of the matter. Mostly, entirely, we're not supposed to exist, but we exist. Let's say that mostly I'm literally the creation of mana essence. That means I'm not existence at the same time I exist. So, let's just say that I am not 17 years old, more like billions, trillions, zillions of years old.
Too late. And well, I mean, isn't that kind of in the human world?
Well,
You know, well, never get technical. I'm like barely. Well, in fact, our age group is not even anywhere each other.
well, that's my celestial form. I'm not in my celestial form entirely. Me and Dante just had the greatest idea to go and reborn into another world. So this is not the original world that we're from. Because if we were in our celestial form and touch into this world would have been erased from existence faster than mostly your brother could ever fucking get laid.
I see.
So let's just say that my celestial form can literally fucking mop the floor with the two dragon gods here in 1% of power.
Really?
Yeah.
I see.
I mean, this is where I kind of just sigh, and this is where, well, you see, this is where I kind of say, you see my draconic humanoid form right now, right? This is where, well, I then use kind of magic to, like, restore my original body, but not fully. Mostly kind of looking like in, mostly illusion, but it's not an illusion at the same time. This is where I kind of just showed my actual true celestial form, but without the power. This is supposed to be my true celestial form. This is where I kind of just revert back to my draconic form.
Nice. She just gives you a thumbs up, but she knows she's way deeper for it.
This is where I then nod and say, well, yeah, that's how we'll see one of the celestial forms I have. Not the point. Other than that, wait, no, I don't need to do any of that sexual stuff with you other than giving you increase of mana. I could always just...
do I just need some of your blood, or I don't know?
No, this is where I kind of go up to her and kind of just like tap her on the head. Right now, kind of putting a mark, but it's not a draconic mark. And this is where, well, I kind of just sent mana throughout her body. Mostly my own mana throughout her own body. This is where, well, the increase kind of changed her body. She's no longer that kind of like, mostly 16 age body, but mostly now older. She kind of looks like she's 18 or 17.
What the
That I think I added. I was like, I think I added way too much mana than I expected. Well,
yeah,
now,
you think
now you have mostly how should I say, your mana increase.
yeah, can sense it. He
But you're
says being able, she literally feels her entire body filled up with mana.
I was like, okay, I mean, you might have increased in age, and this is where I was like covering up my nose a bit, saying, well, other than that, hey, you look good anyway. I mean, what the fuck am I saying? So mostly, Raffle kind of looks like this. Yeah, she aged up a bit.
Don't question it.
Yeah. This is where I say, well, you should, well, now since you kind of got your magic increase, you can now learn all those like ancient spells.
I really can't, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
Now since I help you with your magic control, I think I'm gonna go to sleep. This is where I kind of transform my body into a cat, and right now fell asleep. Wait, fucking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jin just gets up and tries to, you know, go around, get to training.
But before anything could happen, this is where a portal kind of appeared, and this is where someone says, "Hello, yo, Dad." Wait, what the hell is this? This is where, well, mostly the kid kind of noticed the blondish hair girl and says, "Why you smell like a chicken?" Not the point.
I'm not a chicken. Who are you?
Oh, my name is Gojo Satoru, and I'm looking for Pops.
Who's your dad?
This is where, well, he looks around for a second and say, It's where he noticed a sleeping cat and grins with an evilish grin. This is where he makes a red ball appear in his hand and says, well, mostly, fuck, I can't remember Gojo's techniques. Why am I having brain fart?
It was curse technique reversal red.
Yeah, that one.
Or, like, reversal red or...
So yeah, he launches a red attack straight to the sleeping cat. This is where I open my eyes, just a little bit kind of wondering what the hell that noise is, until I wind my eyes, realizing Reversal Red was about to smash into me. This is where I transformed back into my normal human body and blocked in an instant with just my palm. This is where I look up and glare at Gojo and says, "What the hell do you want, you little brat?" This is where Gojo says, "Hey, Pops." He waves at me. This is where I notice Raffle next to him, and this is where I just kind of walk over, smack Gojo in the head, and says, "Don't tell me that this little brat actually caused you trouble."
It feels like, not really.
Okay, well, good to know. Well, other than that, this is where I grab Gojo from the collar and says, "Why are you here?" This is where Gojo says, "I just came to see you, Just wanted to relax with Pops and wanted to know what you were doing. For fuck's sakes, out of all the... God. So annoying half the time with you.
Then Ralph was confused. He was like, "So this is your son?"
Adopt a kid mostly, but yeah.
She just sighs in relief, feeling great that he hasn't made a kid with someone.
So
She was by Rhea.
I looked at her confusedly, like, what was that sigh for? You think I didn't notice you just like sigh for... This is where mostly Gojo kind of questions saying, "Hey Pops, is this some kind of girl you like? Or is she like one of your mates or something?" I smack Gojo in the head, saying, "Shut up, brah."
Right, that infinity ain't working.
Yeah, the infinity ain't working because I literally turned that shit off. This is where, well, I look at Rafa and say, what was with that sigh anyway?
It doesn't matter.
Actually, it does. Fried chicken. So...
Oh, what's that? Just...
This is where I turn around but just grab her head and say, "Don't you think you're going to distract me that easily?" This is where I just like grin at her with a evilish kind of somewhat Kumagawa grin.
Usually, okay, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kind of a bit.
Wait, what?
I lost myself a bit.
Bro, I was just literally telling, I was just saying that mostly, what was with that sigh? You still there, Dante, or did you fall asleep?
No, I feel like I'm about to though, but let's just hurry this done. I forgot what you.
Okay, well, pretty much, I just grab her head and says, "Well, I can understand what exactly you're signed for. And just to let you know, no, I truly didn't have any kids. I am not Dante. I insulted Dante, and Dante is somewhere with Akano right now."
I felt that hurt. I was like, "But go over."
This is where I then look back at Rafa and say, "Other than that, I didn't have any kids of my own. I'm not a crazy, horny freak who fucked around the whole universe." Still another jab to Dante.
I don't even feel like, bro. I feel like
This is where I then say, "Other than that," this is where I then kind of like lift her chin up and then grin, saying, "I mean, if you want to try it out, I won't mind. A small chicken. Maybe you should let your sister join also. You know, Marliona." This is where I then say, "Other than that..." Huh?
nothing.
This is where I then look at Gojo and say, "Gojo, why are you bothering me? Go bother your uncle Dante." This is where Gojo says, where's uncle then?" Good question. This is where I grabbed Gojo and straight up made a portal and threw him into mostly Dante's care. I was like, good luck with that. But for right now, we're gonna leave it off here. Dante, you got anything to say, or just gonna be tired?
What happens over again?
I'm gonna end it off here because you're entirely falling asleep.
I forgot what you said, but I mean, yeah.
Don't worry, it's not important right now.
I guess we close off there.
Yep. So this is gonna be the end of part mostly 6, and yes, I know we didn't get to the what's it called the whole kind of alliance thing. It doesn't really matter. Other than that, have a nice day, night, sleep, whatever. Also, Dante's gonna have a problem into the next what if, but hey, whatever. Bye bye.
What?
Good night, everyone.